Hi, welcome along to our latest post here on our Soundtrack and YouTube page. We're very excited to have both Sam TaylorJohnson and Aaron TaylorJohnson to talk about their interpretation of James Frey's A Million Little Pieces. I had the absolute pleasure of sitting down and chatting to them. And what we have for you now is a kind of 10-minute little taste of the chat that we did ahead of the full soundtracking episode. But we were lucky enough to get it filmed, so we thought we'd share that with you. We have some great footage from the film as well, so sit back and enjoy Sam and Aaron.
Where am I going?
Minneapolis, sir.
Vodka or whatever you have.
Sir, I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to give you any alcohol.
Says who?
The doctor that carried you onto the plane.
Sam, Aaron, first of all, congratulations on this extraordinary film. I said to you guys last night, but I'm going to repeat myself. This is the film that I saw when I read the book. It really is. And I think for you, Sam, you were saying that you kind of saw a film as well when you read it for the first time.
I mean,
connection.
That's the highest compliment, because it's such a powerful book, and when I read it, it sort of shook my DNA, and that's one of those books which just alters you, fragmentally inside, and so to then feel that has come into the movie this much later is amazing, and also difficult, because such a big book that means so much to so many different people, and how do you then take 500 and something pages and condense it to 92 minutes or however long we got it in at.
Mr. Frey, I'm going to level with you. We are a drug rehabilitation center whose sole purpose is to help addicts. Not Christians or Jews or Muslims or Buddhists, but addicts. And every addict needs structure. They need a strong foundation and support system if they ever hope to survive.
I'm not an addict. I'm not an addict. Okay? I might be fucked up. I'm not an addict.
It's a while since I read the book. Was there much reference to music in the book?
No, not in the book. I mean, I remember sort of halfway through through that period of time, spent a lot of time with James, went to the treatment centre and did a lot of research. And in that also was, asking James for pictures of him in that time and what music was you listening to. And the music that he listened to was...
Terrible.
It was awful.
Was it? Come on, what we talk like?
Yeah, no, it was bad. Really bad. Really bad 90s stuff. There might be an odd one in there that was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then Sam was like, no, I think we'll go for it.
We'll have to scrap his,
we'll try and go, a different route.
Yeah, I don't think we saved one, did we, off his playlist?
No.
Are we talking like pop, or are we talking like...
Some of it, I think...
Probably the cheesiest
really?
songs where we were thinking, well, maybe we could put one in. Cause
there was one I thought we could... Yeah, it was one we thought we could do with irony, in a way.
But then we just couldn't.
Yeah. Sam can, the integrity was just too high.
Music and soundtracks mean so much to a movie and to the experience and to me, and it's one of the things I pride myself on and I love doing. So there's no way I could squeeze one of these in.
The film starts kind of, it's got a sort of bombastic start in terms of your performance, but the music as well, that Smashing Pumpkins track as well. Yeah. So you're just transported into this kind of sonic world as well. Did you film to that specific track?
No, we didn't.
It's Silverfuck, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to remember.
I can't remember.
I can't either. But
Did you film to music for that opening scene or not?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
That was your first day, wasn't it?
That was day one, so nervous energy was high.
Yeah.
Aaron had to be naked in front of an entire crew that he hadn't met yet, and I didn't tell him that there was going to be background artist extras standing around.
Yeah, because it was written in an empty room.
So,
and then she filled it with a bunch of people.
I filled it with a bunch.
Now drop your trousers and go. Action.
It was a bit like that.
It might have been easier if you'd had one of James's cheesy tracks on in the background.
But we did, when he does the dance into Shit Corridor, I did play Singing in the Rain. He did skip into Rehab to Singing in the Rain for that moment, but that was then taken out and replaced with score.
it came to deciding on who you wanted to work with on score side of things, because the score complements, you know, so much of this film just beautifully.
Yeah.
Was that an easy decision to make, and did you have a few people in mind for it, or?
Well, Atticus Ross is he and Trent Reznor have done some incredible scores, and he was definitely in my mind for this, and we were just going through the process of, you know, who would we choose, and he, I think, would be perfect. And then we happened to be at an event, and Atticus was there, and introduced myself and chatted, and he said, you know, would love to work with you in the future. If you have something, you know, let's talk about it, and yeah, feel free to reach out. And I said, well, I am reaching out right now, and I would love you to score this movie I've just shot. We were literally or in the process of shooting. No, we would have just shot. And I could see him just like trying to squirm away, because he meant, you know, in the future, a couple of years, not like now. And he said, I do have something else. And I was like, yeah, but maybe at the weekends and evenings you could work on this for me. And to his credit, he did. And
Wow.
and he did. And he didn't do that thing of just weekends and evenings. He fully committed, and he and his brother Leo worked on the film absolutely. You know, full steam, and there's never a sense of, you know, this was something he was doing on the side. It was like, this is the job I'm doing, and the score's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, it's so intrinsic to a movie, the score being right.
Well, get out of that bed, wash your face and hand. Get out of that bed, wash your face and hand. Well, get in that kitchen, make some noise with the pots and pans.
Do you mind if we just talk for a couple minutes about Nowhere Boy and the
Go for
music
it,
on
I'd
that
love
as
to.
well? Because that, I kind of looking back on that as well, and working with Alison and Will on that for the score, but then also the tracks in that as well. Was that an easy thing to navigate in terms of, because obviously it's, you know, it's about John Lennon, but it's
Yeah.
also not about John Lennon. It's about a young man kind of, you know, sort of in this
Yeah.
triangle of love, basically.
Yeah.
But when you were navigating the music for Nowhere Boy, was that an easy thing to find?
Cast my mind.
Oh yeah, sorry. So
A lot of it was all influences of Lennon's
Yeah.
sort of music. So Buddy Holly, a lot of, you know, the Screaming Jay Hawkins,
Yeah.
a lot of 50s music.
Jerry Lee Lewis is in there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think, so it needed to be all his influences and the sort of music of the period and time. But there was two pieces of music
I'm
that
glad you can remember a little bit more.
No, there were two pieces that we needed to get the rights from. One Paul McCartney had, and one Yoko Ono owned, and it was the Mother, the last song at the end of the movie.
Yeah, that was really
Yoko.
important, because when I read the script, I read it, and when it said, and he walks away to the song Mother, I mean, I was devastated just reading the script, and so I knew that was essential to the movie, and we had no sense that Yoko was going to give us that, and we made the whole movie without that piece of music. Having the rights to it. But what happened with Yoko had absolutely distanced herself from the film. She didn't want anything to do it, didn't actually know whether she wanted to see it. And, you know, we asked her if she would watch it. We set up a screening, and she watched it, and then she called her son Sean to come over and watch it with her. They watched it, so she watched it twice.
Wow.
And then she called me up afterwards, you know, extremely emotional. I was like, you can have it, you can have Mother. It's just...
Come on, here's
I
my
know,
house.
it was so, I mean, it always makes me cry, because she was so effusive about her feelings about the movie, and said that she, you know, was so happy that Mother was going to be used, and she'd never given the rights before. And so, you know, it just finished on that song, and it was just so powerful to have that song at the end. I can't imagine what the movie would have been without that.
I'm so excited to see what's next as well, and in this kind of, you know. Thanks so much, and congratulations
Thank
again.
you,
Cheers. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Edith.
Make peace with yourself. You're a worthwhile human being, James. You got a lot to give people.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to subscribe, we're going to try and put a lot more of these videos up more regularly. But in the meantime, to make sure you get them when we put them up, hit subscribe.